morning, and thank you so much for keeping it Citizen Television. We really appreciate your time and company. It is Tuesday. It is the social hour. We start right now. And today it's all about women. We know we are preparing ourselves for the International Women's Day this particular month. And we just want to talk about the dynamics of being a woman in this modern society. There's a lot that has been said with regards to how modernity has changed this whole aspect of feminism, and we're going to talk about that. This woman that we call the modern woman, who exactly is she? What are her characteristics? What does she need? And what does she lack? That is also part of what we'll be discussing right here in the studio. And I have a panel of two amazing ladies, two amazing modern women. Work already in the building, and then we have a gentleman who's going to help us balance things out. Tusikwe tu tumejitetea. Kama
ningekuwa ni mimi host.
Leo ati anasema leo yeye ange host.
Muswitch vipi?
No, but it's good to have you on that side. Utete wanaume, because pia wanaume wamecomplain, wamesema huyu mwanamke wa kisasa, there is a problem somewhere. Ndio, there is something about her that is not adding up, and maybe having a man on the panel would be good. CJ is away, unfortunately, but either way, the show will continue. Hopefully next week it will be a fully constituted panel of eminent experts. Karibuni sana. Looking all good.
Thank you.
Nilipata message.
Nilipata message. Thank you for texting me. Thank you.
The royal colors.
Ni purple. I don't know, guys. Tell us.
Purple. Na pia Lent inaanza. Kesho.
True.
Na msimu wa kufunga Ramadan na Lent. Tukue holy.
Sasa watu wa
unafunga?
Unafunga kitu unapenda. So I don't know what you love.
Cutie. Pesa. Kwanza Ken, babangu alikusalimia sana.
Nimesalimika. By the way, Dad is a good friend. We met somewhere. I was facilitating a seminar.
Amazing. All right, so today we talk about women, yeah? Hey, wacha nifanye kitu different. Ken, leo wewe ndo nataka uniambie from where you sit as a man. How would you describe the modern woman? Ni mwanamke, yes, but let's talk about the
modern woman.
Yeah.
First and foremost, just like Roberta, I want to wish our Muslim brothers and sisters a happy Ramadan. And for us Christians, we're starting our holy period of Lent tomorrow. So tufunge
chenye. Serious,
Nilikuwa tu kuanza ni utangulizi.
It's a very spiritual tone,
Yeah. The modern woman to me represent an acronym. I would want to look at the modern woman like the word woman is not just a complete name, but an acronym. And so we can just check whether you represent what it means. W for me is a wonderful mother. Okay. If God has given you the opportunity to be a mother, to bring forth the next generation, just make sure that you become a wonderful mother to the children. Irrespective of whether you are raising the child alone, co-parenting, or complete, just make sure that you're the wonderful mother. That this child will see my mother and admire the world. An outstanding friend. If you're given an opportunity to have a friend next to you, just make sure that you're the one who stands out. Just make sure that you're the most dependable person that your friends have. So you become outstanding. And you know, outstanding are people who stand out from the crowd, that unajitokeza. Yeah. And I was growing up, there used to be an ad, I'm not paying their airtime, but hebu jitokeze. I don't know whether you ulikuwa young. Simama mbele ya watu, that become unique. That outstanding, yes, the most unique. A marvelous daughter.
Okay.
That your father, your mother can be so proud of you. It's so unfortunate that the modern woman wants to relate more with their pastor by calling them mom and dad and forgetting they have their own biological mother and father they don't take care of. Don't come to town and become so good of a Christian but so bad of a toxic daughter back home. Make sure that you, even if you love your pastor, you equally love your parents. How often, and you know, even biblically, it's men who are not supposed to be with their parents. Women should never leave their parents. Biblically it says, it is for this reason that a man shall leave his father and mother and be united with the woman. So the woman should not at any particular time forget the parents. And when you're married, you now take over another set of parents that you need to take care of. So can you become the marvelous daughter to both where you're married and where you've come from?
Biological and daughter-in-love.
Yes, daughter-in-love. An adorable sister.
Eish, okay.
Yeah? That your siblings are so proud of you. They look at you, the three of you. Where are your siblings right now? Are they proud of the milestones that you have made? Are they proud of what you do to them? Are they proud? Even the ones that are not your biological siblings, your surrogate, the ones that you look for, the sisterhood that you try to blend together. Are you an adorable sister? And N, you want to guess what it means? The nicest gift that God gave to man was a woman.
I was looking for that part.
Yes. Be the nicest gift to a man. I know this will raise... I know this will raise questions, and I don't want to open a Pandora's box, but a woman was made for man.
Okay.
When?
And a woman was made for a man to be a helper. A woman was not made to go and suffer. A woman was made. That's why men had to come first, live with animals so that we can know how to survive, even in times when there are hard times. And then the woman comes and makes everything nice. So are you nice? Are you adding value to the man of your life? So don't become even the best of the ladies out there to your daughters, to your parents, to your friends, to your church. But you're not nice
to your man.
To your man. Your man should actually see you, and they're like,
he did that deliberately. Yeah. He saved the best for last.
That's to me the modern woman.
All right, but do you think, ukiangalia sahi, like the society, the way it is and the way women are, you find that the principles that you have shared with us in the women that you see in the society today?
There is something coming up called toxic femininity. We have so many toxic feminines that are coming up because of the level we want to compete, even to standards we are not supposed to compete. A woman's place in the society is well defined. So when you want to live what is supposed to be yours and you start yearning for what might never be yours, that is where the problem comes in.
The problem is, and some people will tell you, there is a reason that that shift has happened.
The toxic feminists accuse the men.
Roberta, from your perspective, he has defined, and that's deep, eh? The way he has defined. I've never had anyone define a woman that way. Very complete 360. But then again, from a woman's perspective, how would you want the modern woman to be identified as? Yeah. What wamwelewi, sindio? Let's.
They're not getting us.
They're not getting us.
They're not getting us.
They're not understanding. So.
Okay, so feminism. First of all, today, everyone who's watching me, hi, my name is Roberta. I love to talk about women. I love women. I'm always advocating for women. Everything I do is about, for, and by women. So this is my forte. This is, my area of expertise. And what I love to say to women is, a lot of times we seek all these easy validations, zote na easy definitions, zote. We seek them from, external. And these definitions are supposed to come from self. Because the same way I always say, I can never tell a man how to be a man. A man should, a man goes here, a man does. I've never been a man. I've never sat in a man's chair. I've never showed up anywhere as a man. The best I can do is give an opinion and, air out what I feel. And I say the same to women. Define your femininity for you. Define feminism for yourself. And I mean in a very positive way, because in this panel, we're always talking about growth and healing and becoming a better person. And what I feel should be, or how women should be, or how women should show up first before they show up for anyone. Before you are a daughter, before you're a sister, before you're a wife, before you're a mother, before you're a what, be yourself. Be your own woman. Be you. Curate the things that you love for yourself. Create the life that you love for yourself. Follow the principles that make sense to you. Add values that make you a better person, not just even a woman, a better person. And, in feminism, Ken was talking about the toxicity. But I wanted to start by saying everyone should go and look at the dictionary. All of us, guys, just go and open the dictionary on your phone, read what feminism is, because I think we have a very skewed idea of what it is. Like it's some gender battles, like we're fighting each other, the competition Ken was talking about. Feminism is not about men, it's about women. It's for women. It's for you as a woman to define your life for yourself and discuss with yourself, have a meeting for yourself on how you want to show up in this society for yourself. Because before you are attached to anything else, before you are someone's mother, someone's friend, someone's sister, you are your own person. You are a woman who should be able to show up in society very complete and feeling very full. And the reason I mention this is because even when we have cases of, sorry to divert a bit, but cases of, violence against women, it's almost as if we have to bring up, what if it was your sister? What if it was... She doesn't have to be anybody to you. She's a full, complete person on her own, with autonomy, with her own mind, with her own decisions, with her own life, with her own love and body and all that. So that is the first thing I would like to say to women. Make sure that how you're existing with yourself in this society is something that makes you feel the very best about yourself. Think about yourself, because how we've been socialized and raised is to consistently give. We're always giving. Utapika, nani atakuoa, utenda wapi, where you're born. Everyone is expecting to take from you. And by the way, remember what I'm talking about, it's not in comparison to men. All of us have our different struggles in the society. All of us are socialized differently. And two things can be true at the same time. Men can be having it hard, but even women have it hard. So this is not a comparison thing. It's more of a complementary, because the more we understand who's a woman and what does a woman do and how do we expect her to show up, the more grace we're able to extend. Because kusema ukweli mimi ni wa mama amenibeba kutoka tu mamangu. It's women who have loved me, it's women who have taught me, it's women who have carried me, lifted me from the depths of even depression, anxiety, everything I know, how to cook, how to dress, how to sit, how to talk, a woman has played a hand in the person I am right now.
And they've done a great job.
Thank you. I hope it shows that, that my mom did a really amazing job.
It does. Cutie, from your perspective, especially the reason we are having this topic is because of the debate that even, Ken was trying to bring up. There's this feeling that the woman has morphed into something very different. And it's becoming, some people see it as a positive thing. Some see some negativity in the way the woman has transformed in the modern society. I don't know where you sit in this debate.
I'll just start by saying, we empowered the woman so much. And we forgot to teach the boy child how to deal with the empowered woman. I think that's where we failed as society. It's okay, we've empowered the woman. The woman is so empowered or so woke, let me put it that way. We are so modern, but society forgot to teach the boy child how to deal with the empowered woman. And that's where the problem is, because now the men don't know how to deal with the empowered woman, and they see it as a negative thing. They see it as competition. It comes out as competition. Right now, I can say that women, we've stepped up, right? Like, you can see women in politics right now. You can see women in boardrooms. You can see, women, you can see them everywhere. But back in the day, you wouldn't see women even just talking. Wachana tena even just talking in the sitting room. Nafasi yake, just go to the kitchen, go and talk there, go and sit there. Like, the woman was not allowed to even speak or to have an opinion. And the problem is, some of these men, wamefunzwa hizi vitu zote, they've carried this to date. So even you'll see sometimes people have gone somewhere, just usual, sisi mabeshte wetu, we've gone somewhere, but you'll see the man will not want the girlfriend to talk or the wife to talk. They'll be like, we tulia, wacha sika wanaume tuonge. Some comments are thrown around, and I feel so represented by what Bobby has said. You are a woman first before you're anything. Yani unaona vile unatoka kwenyu. You are a woman first before you become a wife, before you become a mother. Because sometimes, even I've had a problem with my friends sometimes. You see them, they give everything, and I tell them, hey, by the way, you need to take care of yourself. You need to think about you. You need to take care of yourself. Yes. You need to think about you. I know you have kids. I know you have children. I know you have a husband. I know you have a mom, you have a dad. But it will not... have you ever seen women? They don't even take at a vacation. A woman will not go for a vacation. She'll be like, I need to take care of the kids. I need to go with my kids. I need to do ABCD. And I really don't sit well with that because I feel like we've forgotten ourselves as women.
Even as you continue, one thing she said and relates with what you're saying is women are raised to give.
To be provide, to give.
Una grow up kufunzwa kukua bibi, kukua mama.
Wende unafaa kupika.
Exactly.
Wende unafaa kuingia jikoni. Wende unafaa kurizi watu. Wende unafaa kufanya kila kitu. I have a question. Who is taking care of you? Who is there to look after you as a woman? Manze, you can, I see sometimes I see even just women. Unacheki mse mpaka the time that, sorry to use this example, but sometimes when a woman is divorced or when she leaves a relationship is when she starts to glow. It's when anaanza kushine, anaanza kukafiti.
After relationship.
Unapata dem ameanza kuglow, dem ameanza kukafiti. Na watu wana-comment as a joke, but it's because udem alikuwa amejisahau kabisa. Kwa ile relationship, kwa ile marriage, manze, unajua watu wengi wanaweza kudrain. Bwana anaweza kudrain, job pia ujasabu umeka hapo job, lakini who is taking care of you? You're supposed to take care of yourself before anyone takes care of you. Please take care of yourself as a woman. Na hapo ndio nakwambia the boy child needs to be taught how to deal with these empowered women because to step up saizi. Right now we are paying bills. Kitambo were the women paying the bills? No. Were the women going to work? Apana. We used to have more housewives. Right now how many housewives do we have? Kila dem anataka kuingia job, kila dem anataka kulipa bills, kujitafutia, and that is seen as a bad thing. Tunaambia tuko na masculine energy. What do you mean I have? Nani nisema hiyo ni masculine energy? You understand? But what I like about, there are some men who have been raised by strong women. There are some men who come in your life and they understand that isi energy mbaya, ude mtu amejielewa, ude mtu ako woke, amejinao, na hizi vitu zenye anafanya si ati ni mbaya, hivyo ndo amelelewa na hivyo ndo amecome through. So there are men who understand that energy, but there are men who do not understand that energy. So anaweza come tu pale ashindwe. Sasa huyu anataka kulipa bills, anataka kufanya kila kitu kwa hiyo nyumba, ako na kierere, cheki siki.
Wacha nikwambie. Si hata story na kuna wenye actually wanatafuta mtu kama huyo.
Hata wengine ni kiherehere.
Hata huyo mwenye ana complain that udem ako na kierere. Do you know there are men who are deliberately looking for women who can actually do that? They can pay bills and all that.
Do everything,
and that is what they want for themselves.
I
think there's something I will concur with QT and Roberta. I think even when I go, because I have opportunity to even train women and women alone, I tell them what women need to learn is to love themselves. I think
but we are not taught that.
Yes, even if we are empowering them. I look at my daughter at an 11-year-old and I tell myself, she's the firstborn. And firstborns carry a lot of burdens because all the other siblings will look at a firstborn as if they are supposed to be the sense of strength. But you cannot be a source of strength for others when you're weak to yourself.
Yes.
That you go and appear as if ni kwa screen. Unaona sahi tuko kwa TV. Everybody thinks these guys are tuko sawa. Alafu behind the scenes.
Wametoka tu binguni wakakuja.
As if we are operating from utopia.
People can't drink from an empty cup.
Yes. Please don't be too strong into the public and be very weak into the private, that you have a face that everybody relates with, admires, but deep down you have a skeleton that is haunting you because you have not loved yourself. I think even as we empower our women, we also need to teach them that self-love is the best gift that you can ever give to yourself. Because if you do not love yourself, even the people around you will start noticing some characters of unapikia watu chapo, hauonjangi ya kwanza. Chapo ya kwanza ni ya kuonjwa.
Ama unajiekea kuku ndogo, piece ndogo.
Ile indubu.
Unapakulia mtu wako unamserve kama king. Unakuja hapo na
but you're eating like a pauper. How do you serve your husband like a king, but you're eating like a pauper? You need to love yourself first, because the act...
Cheka hiyo kitu nimeguza.
Juu ni ukweli.
Ni ukweli.
Na kasuku na yeye umempakulia.
By the way, women who love themselves don't need to tell us.
We can see
that you love yourself. And empowered women don't need just to be empowered for show. You need to be empowered for real.
For real.
It is for real. You know how I look at an empowered woman? Is not how you treat the people who are next to your class. You treat even the janitors I have always said this and used an example, and I know I arc people the wrong way, but it's the right thing to do, that an empowered chair of a board who is a lady is not known by how you treat the other board members, but how you treat your house help.
By the way, kuna wamama wakuku kwa maofisi
huku maofisi ni ma-angels.
Lakini nyumbani
kule.
Hata kwa ofisi wanatesa.
Even the tea girl.
Hata kwa ofisi wanatesa.
The tea girl in your office is worried. By the way, I went to one office and will not mention it.
Wanataka female bosses.
Yeah,
I wonder why.
Yes.
You know why.
Yes, you know why.
I don't know why.
You know why. Sometimes, yes. I work with women and I try as much as possible to tell them. By the way, in our company, out of the 20 that we are in the Kenyan regional office, 11 are men, 9 are women. We've really tried to get it to affirmative action. And I keep telling the women that we sit in the management with, we are 7 of us, 3 are women. And I tell them, ladies, just make sure how you present yourself in this management group is the same way that the people below you can actually speak about you.
Exactly.
I went to one meeting and a lady gave an outstanding speech. We all clapped. But I can tell you when we went to have tea, the mannerism of the tea girl towards that lady when she was being served the tea
volumes.
Spoke a lot, and I told myself, this was pretense.
That is not empowerment, especially if shame on you if you're a woman, you've been empowered and then you're bringing other women down.
And I'm not the one who said it's another woman.
No, it's actually if you are a woman, you've gotten all the opportunities in life that other women are still struggling to get. Ukafika mahali in life, you're in a position in this town, and then you're putting other women down.
Yes.
You know how hard it is for women to rise through the ranks, be it in politics, in leadership, boards. Shame on you if you're a woman.
Can I say something else? Can I say something else? I have always also believed that the problem with women rising to levels of authority is not stopped by men. Most women are the other women's enemy.
Don't say that. You're cliché.
It's cliché because the truth is, you do not want any other person to reach
to have the privilege. The first woman
you will never hear men say, that woman slept her way up. No man will ever say that. Real men never have such talks. We have serious issues to discuss. It's other women who have all the time to discuss. Kaone haka kamekuja juzi, kwani kakona nini kameanza kupanda. Men don't discuss that.
Yeah. But
other women.
There's something I want us to talk about. You know, hiyo kitu yenye Roberta amesema mimi ni hit differently, that we are raised to give, to give. For instance, unaona watu wakiwa wayang, you're taught how to cook. Ati ndio siku moja upikie bwanako vizuri. Unaona?
Boys watakaa wakiwatch TV.
Girls wako kwa kitchen. Unaambiwa learn how to cook because we want you to know how to cook for your husband. So when you get to the age of marriage and you're not getting a husband, you start feeling like you're lacking in something. You're taught how to take care of people so that you become a good mother. When you get of age and you're struggling to have babies, you feel like you're not woman enough. You're being raised for this man. When you get to that age, you're not getting this man, you start feeling like, all my life, I've been raised for this life that I'm not getting. What is wrong with me as a woman? How will we get to a space where we can be women first, yet all our life we have been taught that we are raising you for this, for motherhood, for wife, for, for church. Wanawake ndio wamejaa makanisa by the way. It's very unfortunate.
By the way.
It's women who go to church.
By the way, ukitaka kuanza kanisa unaanza na mama.
But wengi ni wanawake. I don't know why, because society has raised you to be spiritual, to be a nurturer, to be a wife.
To be all around.
Yeah.
But I think we need to understand where the problem lies. If you look at the Kenyan context, the problem started in the 40s and the 50s, when men had to go to war to fight for the freedom of this country and the independence. That's when the Kenyan society turned into being a matriarchal. A woman became everything because they were not very sure whether the men will go to war and come back alive. And so they started learning how to be self-sufficient, that you have to do it all-rounded. And other men were being trained, the boys now were being trained that in case your fathers and your oldest brothers don't succeed, you are next in the front line to go to war. When did we start accepting that even women can join the disciplined forces? and they can actually go to war to protect even this country, or they can become even police women who can go into the front line and defend, is because naturally we were matriarchal. But even as we became matriarchal, and I liked how QT put it, that we never now trained, when the men came back and we gained independence, we never assimilated them back into the society. And so we are living like, ushaiona baba na mama wanakaaga ni kama enemies, eh? Huyu kuna chenye ananipangia, so na mimi nikuwe na weapon, eh? That's the problem we are having, that we are raising women to be all-rounded, but we are equally not raising the men to also be all-rounded. It's like niende nilete pesa,
so you
niache.
validate what she said earlier.
We have a problem. We have a serious problem that we need also. There's a slang going around ati wanaume wenye wako na umama, you know? Because now women seem more empowered, and so men want to associate with the women who are empowered. That's what you are defining earlier. That men who are looking for women who can pay bills. There's a judge, and I don't want to say that judge, who says you are the new version of a woman eater, yeah, male version. Ati wewe unaenda tu kutafuta wanawake who can feed you. And you know, there are men who are so comfortable, I don't know how they survive.
No, but just to add on that, what Ken is trying to say, you see, the beauty of it all, who is raising now the new generation? We, the empowered women, we are the ones who are raising the Gen Alpha. No, nasema tu.
Makababa.
Acha nikwambie kitu moja. No, let me tell you.
Kababa ni wa age yangu.
Acha nikwambie kitu moja.
Makababa tuna raise.
Hao ni Gen Z.
Makababa, but the beauty of it all is, if I am a strong woman and my children are around a strong woman, I believe my children are really going to be strong. Now, I will make sure that in my home, the men and the women watakuwa wanajua cheki, there is equality. Hakuna ati huyu ndio anaenda kupika. You see that thing? I'm not saying it's a bad thing the way we were raised. It's okay. Hiyo ndio ilikuwa hiyo time. But the beauty of right now is that we have the power. We are empowered to actually change that. Una get? Like, I was raised by a very strong woman. My mom is a very, very strong woman. And because she raised me, the beauty of it all is that I will be able to pass that to the next generation. Because now, my kids will know that the women don't have to go to the kitchen. Sisi wote ni tukae, twende kitchen, tufanye mambo yetu. Like, the man should understand, the boys now that we are raising should understand that hiyo si job ya mwanamke. Mwanamke anaweza kuwa ametoka job saa 2 za usiku. So are you going to sit down in the house and wait for this woman to come and start doing all those chores? I think it's really important that we raise the strong men. Acha nikwambie kitu moja. Sisi ndio tunaraise generation. Na nimekuambia Safin, tuko na kazi. You see, especially the women of today.
Tuko na kazi utoke job.
Tuko na kazi ya kuraise hawa wanaume, because hawa wanaume wenye tunaenda kuraise, hao ndio wanaenda kufungulia hawa ladies milango. Hao ndio wanaenda kuwabaya flowers. Hao ndio wanaenda, yani hao everything. We are in charge of a whole generation. So whatever we decide to do with this generation, it's upon us. Yani it's on me niseme, and my kids nikae nikijua whatever I teach my children in that house. Nikae nikijua kitoka huko akigo out to the world. Nikae nikijua it's on me. You see, you're judged according to who raised this kid. Huyu mtoto hata ana adabu. Huyu mtoto hata anarudishia watu. It's because the way you were raised, like who raised you. Wale watu tu wanakuanga tu, wamekaa tu, they're waiting for things to go on instead of taking that thing and actually being responsible for it. Ndio maana nimekuambia, and just to add on that, venye tu Ken and Bobia said, can women just love themselves? Take a vacation. Imagine toka na uende, wachana na baba na watoto kwa nyumba, take a vacation and go. You deserve it. Na nakwambia, you deserve that vacation, because you will not die. Imagine you will die in that house because unadrainiwa, job inakudrain Safin. Boss wako ana expect kitu fulani kutoka kwako. Wewe mwenyewe una expect, kuna zile expectations uko nazo on your own. And then kuna hawa sasa watoto, kuna huyu bwana, kuna baba yako, kuna mama yako, vile umesema kuna siblings. So at the end of it all, if you do not take care of yourself, no one is coming to save you. So please take a vacation as a woman. Chukua your vacation, endo ujibambe, endo utulie away from the noise, alafu utarudi. Unajua, enda hivi utarudi. Take a break, take a breather. You really deserve it and you really need it.
Energy ya mwanamke, by the way, ina influence energy ya the whole house.
Exactly. Ukikuwa grumpy, everyone is going to be grumpy. Ukikuwa sad, watoto wako.
If you go to a happy home yenye mwanamke ni
ako bubbly na
ako na wao kuwa na wageni, like people love a house where the woman is warm, she's happy, she dresses well, her house
she's always
clean, she cooks good food. I mean, watu upenda vitu kama.
By the way, the woman is the life. A woman is the life of the home.
of the house.
Yeah,
Si unasikianga hata
uko na
ukipata
shida,
baba
go
unaulizwa
for therapy,
watu
go
wako
for
wapi.
vacation.
Yeah.
Go for therapy, vacations, take care of yourself.
The moment you're breaking down, everyone else crumbles with you. Sindio? So it's important what you're saying. Roberta, let's talk about this modern woman and what she needs. Because sort of tuna agree, amefunzwa kukua all round. Zile vitu zenye kitambo people used to think women need, zime change. It's sort of like she can actually be okay by her own. She cannot lower her standards. But then, let's agree, we need each other, both genders.
Yes.
But then, for men to understand, and for society to understand this modern woman, she looks like she's perfect, she has her own thing going. But what are her needs? You know, what does she require?
First of all, these women who are being very empowered, you have to realize that they're very intentional about everything that they do, including the people they date. Venye Cutie amesema, even how they raise their kids, it's very intentional. Hakuna trisex hapa. We know what we want, and we're going for what we want. We're not settling for anything less. We're not moving backwards. We're not sacrificing ourselves to death like maybe our mothers and our shushus and the women before us did. We've become very aware that we can take up space and we belong. Isi space tu ya watu flani. And I love approaching these discussions from a place of, please remove all the competition and fights between genders when we're talking about women and men, because venye tu umesema Safin, at the end of the day we need each other.
Yeah, we do.
Whether it's for companionship
There are things you can't buy.
Yeah, kama mimi natesekanga saa ya kuchange bulb, sijui curtains nini, naanguka na hizo marei.
Gari inafika tu mahali inakwama. You have no idea.
Flat
Unafungua
tire.
hapo
Yeah, I have to call my brother, I have to call, you know, so we actually need each other. And
Yeah,
it's
it's
not
true.
just in the roles that are gendered.
Yeah.
Even just for companionship, talking to each other, sitting on this panel with Ken, it's important. It's important representation. Kuna mtu aliwasha TV akaona sawa mademu wako hapo, alafu akaona Ken akisema kuna buda mmoja wacha ni watch.
Buda tena.
Kuna chali mmoja wacha ni watch. So we're very intentional with everything we want, and the things we require is energy that matches. We don't want anyone to pull us down. We are tired of being told, you know what, if you can start with, nobody is ever talking to us women about, to men telling them to go for the lowest women or the worst women or the women who are broke or the women who cannot do well for themselves. Nobody is out there preaching, you know, go for that woman who dresses badly. Even them, they're looking for smart women. Women who have their own money, women who are beautiful, women who show up, women who are educated. So much. These things that you're looking for the next person. By the way, sisi, venye Cutie amesema, we're not expecting much. Bills, tunalipa. Nguo, tunavaa.
Swali yangu ilikuwa,
mapenzi,
sasa mwanaume
tunapendana.
anaingililia hapo aje?
Mwanaume sasa kuingi.
Kama ni pesa uko nayo.
Yes.
You are earning even maybe more.
Women have no money.
Hey, wewe.
Zote zinakuaga za chama.
Safin,
Wanasemanga ni za chama.
Kama ni pesa ako nayo, kama ni vacation anaweza jipeleka. The dates zile zenye madem kitambo maybe walikuwa wanaitisha.
Tunajibaia maua.
Decide to go.
Hey.
Yes.
Anaweza jibaia maua na ajisurprise kwa ofisi on Valentine's
Kila
Day.
saa, every week.
She can actually do
Yeah.
it.
So-
Mwanaume anaingililia wapi? Hapo ndio sasa shida inatokea, because some men will feel a bit intimidated with a woman like that, because even them, there was a time we were having this conversation here and they are raised to be providers, to be the superhero of the story. Now they've come. You are not a weakling, you don't need anything, uko sawa, kila mahali anajaribu kuingia huku umeshajipanga. They feel lost. They feel like their role in that relationship is ajielewi. So what do you need as a modern woman who really has her life?
Let me get personal a bit so that the story touches home. I was once in this relationship where this guy, when I went to his house for the first time, he had a chef, he had a cook, he had a driver. So akaniambia, unaona kwa hii relationship, I don't need these things from you. Your job here is to come and we love each other. That's the only thing I need from you. Companionship and love. Here I will not tell you vyombo Joshua shopping haijafanywa, fanya hii sijui enda huko enda huko. Hii ni real. Ndio maana nimepeana hii story. Maybe hata ana watch. Hi. So the reason I say this is because
by the way,
Si tunafaa tuambie kuliendaje.
the reason I bring this up is because once you remove these chores, you have to sit and ask yourself, who am I in this relationship? And once utoe yo, I'm a provider, I pay the bills. Who are you? What are you coming to this relationship to do? Because you will meet someone who has a chef, a driver, he pays bills, he has money, he takes care of everything. And you, I'm a madam. Excuse me, madam, sisi tuko na washing machine, tuko na hausi anakujanga kuclean nyumba, we've done all the shopping, we've done everything. So mjama wako akikuja anakam tu kurelax. So there, will you start asking him, you didn't even do shopping if the shopping has already been done? You have to start thinking from a space of abundance, from a space of, we have everything in this relationship that we need that is external. What about sisi? When we come together na hakuna vyombo za kuoshwa, na hakuna chakula ya kupika, who are we and how are we showing up in this relationship? To answer your question, what the modern woman is looking for is a partner, an equal. And not just, when you say those words, they run it, because men are always thinking only providence and protection. They don't think they're supposed to show up in other ways in relationship. You're supposed to have emotional intelligence. You're supposed to be generous. You're supposed to be kind. You're supposed to be sweet, romantic, loving. You're supposed to be a friend. You're supposed to be someone. Yeah, because us women find that in each other. I see that in QT. All these things I'm describing, I receive them in my relationship with QT. So Sembuse, a man who is getting other things from me. Siwezi sema kwa saya asubuhi. Lakini it's just an example, you know.
I love
all these things, I receive them in my platonic relationships. All these things. Today my mom dropped me off. So she's doing that because she's my mother, of course, but aside from her being a mother, do you see how she's showing up as a friend? Chukua gari uende nayo ndo usipande matatu teseke, you know? So if she can show me that level of romance, I didn't ask her. And even her as a woman, she can say, sina fuel, ama skupe gari.
If she can do that, what about that other person when she's showing up in ways she cannot
so the things we're expecting as modern, empowered, strong, intelligent, rich, beautiful, all-rounded women, what we're expecting is an equal, and not just financially. I expect you to do the work. I expect you to love yourself, to treat yourself well, to be a good person before you come to me. You'll come to me with money and you're a horrible person. I'll use your money and I'll leave you. You're a joke. But you know, you get what I mean. You get what you'll come. Okay, even as a woman, you'll come to the relationships and you wash dishes. Okay, what about the day I want to pay a housey to wash the dishes? Your role in this relationship is over. Now what? So think of your relationship minus the chores, minus these things. Yes, nani atalipa gas, nani analipa to. Achana na hizo vitu kwanza. Mukikuja tu pamoja tuseme hizo vitu zote zimefanywa. How are you showing up in this relationship? So make sure you're very available, like fully, emotionally, with logic, with love, with romance, with care. So that now you're able to meet me. Kama mimi, you'll be able to match me as an equal because I have all these qualities. I'm not looking for your money. Come with the money, but that's not the only thing I'm looking for.
And it's possible. These modern women, they can unaweza date, by the way.
It is possible. Si mimi nimeoa modern woman.
Sisi ni sweet.
Sindio, it's working. I mean, there is nasema hivyo. Kuna watu wana believe ati akitaka kuoa nenda ushago.
Because they want someone they can subdue.
Manipulate. No. Submission is what every man is looking for.
No, subdue. Like,
subduing now is different.
Not to say ushago ni mbaya, but yani in terms, I hope you guys are getting what I mean. Like, anaenda standard, anatafuta yani mtu mwenye anaona ni kama hawata compete.
Some date even broke women intentionally so that they can financially. Akikubaya maua za 300 unashtuka.
But kuna kitu Bobby amesema kitu ya maana sana. When a woman is complete, the relationship becomes very easy to navigate moving forward. Because when you have to go deeper to bring your woman to your level, it's so much hard work that men feel like this is too much for one person. But when you meet a complete woman, you only have one ingredient to do. Only one, love. You just love. Anajielewa, anajiweza. Ile kitu hana ni mtu wa kumpenda, kumtuliza. But sasa ona, huyu mwenye hata a lot of work, salon, a man should provide for the woman's salon.
Sema hiyo kitu tena.
But not as a baggage.
Yes,
as
not
an
as
add-on.
entitlement.
That my wife can be able to afford. By the way, kuna times si unajua kila relationship watu uletana juu. Kuna times si uletana juu na Shiro ananiambia hata nilikuwa salon. Unaweza decide kama utanirudishia ama utanirudishia. She's able to fend for herself.
Yeah.
Yes.
So as a man, you're not coming to use her as one of your properties. You're coming to complete her, and when you give her love, do you know what a woman will give in return? She'll give you respect. But a man who does not learn...
When kama nakuacha. Unajua kitu ya respect by the way uleta shida.
Yes,
Respect.
those are the only two ingredients.
Tu automatic.
Kwa sababu...
Like ama you have to earn it.
No, you earn. Respect is earned all across. All across, yeah? When you love and when you allow yourself to be loved, you know there are people who are also unlovable. You try to show her all the manners and kinds of love. Mara, wewe hata uninunuliangi nguo, ukileta nguo, yata inutoshi, ulikuwa unanunulia nani? Yani, you know, you have a problem with every solution.
Don't appreciate,
Yeah, and you know, most men complain and they say, most men are sad in relationship. And the sad here is not the sadness of the emotion, severe appreciation deficiency. That women don't know how to appreciate the little things that men do. We have been told here by Pastor QT that the problem is women are so empowered. Yeah? Women are so empowered, but men don't know how to catch up with the empowered woman. That men don't have role models, especially we. I have said here that I have been raised by a single grandmother and a single mother. I have no man who is a role model. So the ones who are trying to train me, I am trying to catch up, plain catch up. And the little efforts that I do, my wife, my girlfriend, my woman does not know how to appreciate. So what will that make? It will break me rather than make me. So even women, please try to appreciate the little things that a man tries to do in your life. Don't try to compete. A few weeks ago, we were talking about finances here, and I said, if I don't open up my financial obligations to my wife, she will start expecting other things. Don't try to compete with other women whose husbands or boyfriends you don't know where they're coming from. Have you ever heard such a story? It sounds like a fairy, that he has a chef, as a... E-bail tufunguliwe. So when kuna hiyo bail, don't then now become a friend and expect your man to be from the same bail. We are not cut from the same cloth. So can you appreciate where your man is coming from and the little efforts they are able to do with the hope that one day you shall get there.
And you know something, someone
anaweza kuwa ana chef
anaweza kuwa na chef. Kuna mtu ameniuliza a very conspicuous question just before we started the show, because ameniuliza topic ni nini, nikamwambia. Then akaniuliza, QT, do you need a man? Ameniuliza tu swali outright, QT, do you need a man? Nikamwambia, ungeniuliza hiyo question like 3 years ago, ningemwambia zi. Because kitambo nilikuanga, mimi niko na do yangu, niko na kila kitu yangu. Why would I need a man in my life and I can do everything for myself? But saizi nimemjibu nikamwambia, yes, I need a man in my life. Unaona hizo vitu tunasema, nataka mtu ataniita my queen, my love, my sweetheart, my baby. Wacha nikwambia, I just need someone to, I'm already complete, but nataka mtu akuje akwe complimentary. Unaona ile unaambia complimentary ticket. Wacha nikupatie hii complimentary. Najua uko na do, lakini wacha nikupatie. I want someone to come and just compliment me. Nataka mtu atakuja tu anipende. Una get Safin, because ni nini nyingine venye tumeuliza, what does a modern woman want? Tutaka tu kupendwa, Safin. Imagine it's as simple. Yani they might not get it, but it's as simple as kupendwa. Tutaka tu kupendwa, hiyo kukomplimentiwa. Una get, mtu anakuja tu kwa life yako anakuambia, babe, the only thing I need from you, nataka tu uniache nikupende. Yani tu nikupatie.
Wewe ukipendwa, upendeke.
Acha nikwambie, the modern woman tunapendeka. Wale wenye wanajielewa na wanajitambua, tunapendeka na tunatulia, tunapendwa. You can pay your salon, you can pay, I know you can pay your nails.
But wacha nikupende.
How much? Let me pay for you. I know you can pay for your hair.
But let me love you.
I know you can
allow me love you.
Allow me.
Your line is strong.
I know you can pay your rent, but allow me to actually do it. Now imagine the modern woman that we are right now. maybe kitambo mademo alikuwa sema hatutaki cheki tunadai. Kupendwa ndio sisi modern women. We want to be loved, we want to be seen, we want to be heard, because as much as niko na hiyo do yote Safin, as much as niko na hizo vitu zote naweza jifanyia, and then what? At the end of the day, then what? Then I'll go to that empty house. Unaenda kwa hao iko na kila kitu, hao kubwa, hao supu, iko na everything, but who are you going back to? You need a companion, you need someone that atakuwa hapo, goals zenyu zinakuwa aligned, mnaongea the same language, like hey, by the way we need to do ABCD, we need to do so and so, watu wetu wana need kwenda shule fulani, watu wetu wana need kufanya vitu fulani, you understand? So ukipata mtu mwenye goals zenyu tu ziko aligned, Safin, and this thing I keep on saying, goals tu ziko aligned, hata si mambo mingi, mambo ya do hizo zitakambada. Cheki unaona mfuko itakambadae. I'm telling you it will come with time, but you need to allow someone to love you. But women, before tumalize show, please jipende we mwenyewe. Like jipende, jifanyie kila kitu, so that by the time this man is coming, mentally uko pale juu, emotionally, financially, physically, you are at the top. So when this man comes, anakuja tu as a compliment.
Imagine unaweza
but tuseme tu usikue unataka kutreatiwa kama queen, but you're behaving like a servant. That you just want the queen treatment, but deep down you're also not treating your man right. If you want baby girl treatment, behave like a baby also. A baby is there to be nurtured. So you see baby tu wakati wa treatment, lakini kukifika wakati wa kuongea unaongea kama adult.
Unaambia unarushia mtu maneno.
Nijaribu. Kama unataka baby girl, hata wewe behave like a baby girl.
And then unataka kutitiwa kama queen na huyu hujamfanya feel kama
king. Make him feel like a king.
Kama queen hujamweka kwa king standard. Mlift akue king kwanza ndiye ajue how to deal with a queen, si ndio? I feel like we have a lot to talk about, but imagine mtu akikupenda atajituma akuprovide ile life una deserve.
And you don't have to ask for it. I think maybe the messaging,
like it starts from how are you guys connecting? If you love each other right, somebody will just kama ana do atajipush. Kama akona pesa ataspend.
It's true.
Na uta force issues. Tumalizie kipindi. Roberta, tumalizie kipindi.
Leo mi nataka emphasis juu leo tunaongea drama dem na hii ni Women's Month.
Women's Day Saturday.
Women's Day ni Saturday. So mi ningependa sana. Najua sisi madema tuambiwangu na mtu tujipende, tujifikirie. We're always really sacrificing. And I think it's time now that you understand being selfish with your needs is not being selfish with everyone else. Self-love is not devoid of showing up for people. Just because you love yourself doesn't mean you're not still going to show up for other people. It's just a prerequisite for loving yourself. So treat yourself well, love yourself, choose yourself. Yo piece kubwa ya kuku, jieke. Usiserve watu wengine na wewe
sahani ulimana pesa ya chama, tumia.
Hizo sahani unaficha sijui uweke wageni wakikujalia.
Kuwa mgeni.
Vitambaa unaficha ati hizi ni za Sunday. Ziweke leo. Hiyo perfume yako una savingi utatumia Saturday ukienda, tumia leo. Every day is special. Love yourself today. No one is going to tell you. Everyone will make you feel like as a woman, you know, you should come second or you should come last because you're the helper, you're the neck, you're the supporter, you're the what. Kwa maisha yako when your head, kwa life yako. So love yourself so that if anyone, like Cutie said, when they come to your life, they're matching your energy, it's just complementary. Choose, kwanza mothers, I know mothers really struggle with this because of course when you have kids, it's very different. But as a child, as a former child, I'm telling you something from experience. Hata mamangu saya akiniambia wewe nimekuacha to the world, I will still survive. So anxiety is null and void. It's loving yourself, choose yourself, put yourself first and make sure you show up complete. Ndio wale watu wanakuja kwa maisha yako anajua standards za Safin
ziko tu hapo. Acha ku raise makababana kama mama, teach children to be independent. Ndio wakupatia hiyo time ya kuteka break. They can do things for themselves. Raise them well to the level that they can be on their own in this world. Ndio usikue mother forever. It can be draining. Thank you so much for watching Citizen TV. The good thing is that we'll be here again next week. So yale tujasema leo, we will see them next week. Asante sana for being a loyal fan of this segment. We really appreciate your time and company. For now, it's a wrap. Enjoy the rest of your day and enjoy the rest of your viewing.